welcome back to another review of M.S.M reviews. And today we'll be reviewing Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 5. We open up with the King's Landing, a big King's Landing scene, seeing the castle, and then we see Ned comes into this tent with Sol Barrigan. Barrigan, I think I butchered his name, but we see them talking about what happened at the previous episode with the knight who got killed with facing the hound. Well, not the hound, the mountain, my bad. And they exit the tent and they start walking to see the king and go in his tent, and Ned is talking to the king, and pretty much saying he's too fat to wear his armor because the king wants to put on his armor. He wants to joust, but no, and Ned's telling him nobody will have the right mind to touch you because you're a king. So they crack jokes, and we that's the end of that scene. And so we see the mountain and Sir Lorison getting ready to face each other in jousting. And Sir Lorison knocks the mountain off his horse. The mountain gets mad and gets his sword out and cuts the head off his horse and tries to kill Sir Lorison. Like, he's very close to killing him. And then we cut to see the hound walking down, and the hound saves Sir Lorison's life. And the king gets up and says, "Stop this madness in the name of the king." And a badass, quick 360 spin. It was just the way they shot it. The hound ducks down and kneels. Like the last second when the mountain swings his sword, and the mountain just drops his sword and walks away. And Sir Lorison pretty much thanks the hound for saving his life and raises his hand. The crowd cheers. Then we cut to pretty much the next scene. Arya is chasing a cat, and she ends up in the dungeon, and she hears Varys and some other guy, which we met this other guy at the first episode, talking about convincing Ned and Arya's hiding inside a dragon skull, a big ass dragon skull. Then we cut to Ned talking to Varys, and Varys is telling him, some information about the king is in danger, and you need to talk to him, try to save his life or whatever. Pretty much trying to give him information. And then we see Littlefinger try to give Ned information, and then that's another scene after that Finger and Varys are talking in the King's Hall, and pretty much trying to play a measure of dick contest, seeing who has the most information to pretty much convince Ned to believe them from the other. And we get to the king's meeting, and the king will be at this conference meeting with his council, and tells Ned that Daenerys is pregnant and she needs to be executed in Varys and her baby. And Ned they pretty much have an argument, and he doesn't want to do this, and no. And he's like, you're the hand, you're supposed to do it. Send the order, and he's like, I won't. And they have an argument, and then takes off the hand of the kingpin and throws it on the table and walks away. Because he refused to kill pretty much a child. Then we cut to Littlefinger talking to Ned saying, I can show you the last person, King John, or Lord John, pretty much. The last person he met, and it turns out it was one of these brothel hooker women who had a child by the king. So he pretty much sees the child and all that. And then Ned and the rest of his men leave the brothel, and all of a sudden we see Jaime come out with his man and pretty much wants to know where his brother is, and Ned tells him that I took him captive under his command. His wife pretty much took him captive, and we know why. And they have a fight. And they pretty much kill all of Ned's men, and we get this great fight with Jaime and Ned Stark, and it's going back and forth, back and forth. You might think Ned's going to pull it off, and then one of the guys of Jaime spears Ned in the leg, and he kneels. Jaime's pretty upset about this, and knocks out his own man, and pretty much tells Ned, I want my brother back. And that's pretty much how the episode ends. But a lot in this episode happens. That we do see that Lady Stark, when she captured Tyrion, they finally made it to her sisters, and they pretty much are waiting to have a trial for him at her sister's house. So that's pretty much it for this episode. So if you like what you hear, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side.